Hola, hola, hola. Vamos a ver si se oye. Bueno, parece que sí. Sigo pensando que se oye flojo y no sé por qué. No entiendo qué es lo que hace que se oiga flojo. Porque no sé. Realmente no sé. Yo lo oigo bien, pero veo que en el directo se oye flojísimo. No sé. Tendré que revisar cositas. Pero bueno, gente, aquí estamos. Final Fantasy XVI. Estamos listos para avanzar un poquito más. En el capítulo anterior no hicimos mucho. Simplemente nos revelaron un poco la historia de Torgal. Conocimos a la hija de Cid. Hicimos algunas misiones secundarias. Entendimos un poco mejor qué es lo que había pasado con Titán, con Kupka. Ahora sabemos que seguramente está en Colmillo de Dragón. Y nos estamos dirigiendo hacia allí. Estamos en el desierto. Creo que es Dalmequia la zona. Pero bueno, nos hemos reencontrado con nuestro tío. Y habiéndonos reencontrado con nuestro tío, lo que estamos haciendo es... Bueno, viajar al sur. A ver, espérate. El mapa mundi. Vale, lo que estamos haciendo es ir hasta aquí, que es el Colmillo del Dragón, viajando hacia el sur. Ahora mismo estamos en Dalimil porque hay una frontera que pasar, que a ver si la encuentro. Vale, ahí al fondo hay una frontera que hay que pasar, pero está cerrada y no hay manera de cruzarla porque, bueno, el ejército lo tiene bloqueado el camino. Entonces vamos pidiendo la ayuda a un contacto de Cid para que nos ayude a pasar. Bueno, hoy es pronto, no sé, supongo que me dará tiempo a hacer bastante. Ya veremos. En principio voy a ir un poco al grano a la misión principal y tal. Pero bueno, a lo mejor, aunque sea pronto, lo que hago es hacer la historia hasta un punto en el que vea que queda bien narrativamente. Paramos ahí y luego nos vamos al otro lado a hacer alguna cosilla más, ¿vale? Porque todavía tengo que subir un vídeo y bueno, tengo cosillas que hacer hoy. Así que aunque tenga mucho tiempo, quizá no dedico tanto tiempo al capítulo, ¿vale? Pero bueno, vamos a ir empezando. Somi.
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
¿Y esto? Vale, tenemos que ir a hacer unos encarguillos antes de poder avanzar.
Depends what for. Just a question. Dalimil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the mother crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
Al menos el otro día pudimos aclararnos un poco con quién está la madre de Clive. Yo pensaba que estaba con el dominante de Odín. Y no, parece ser que está con el padre o al menos el líder, el rey o lo que sea, de la zona, bueno, del bando que tiene como dominante a Bahamut. Así que ahí estaba un poco confundido yo. Pero bueno, ahora lo tenemos más claro.
I'm not a soldier.
Then be off with you. I serve the men of the rock and the men of the rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking, with pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
The finest fabrics, fresh from the capital.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
Some out of town.
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
Let me treat you. I'm pretty...
Huh?
Ojo.
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to
Este hombre va soltando
should
pasta
you
por todo
give
donde
me
pasa.
reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
Okay.
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course.
I need a drink.
Fucking men of the wrong.
Vale, tengo que salir por la parte... Lleva mucha vuelta, pero bueno.
Do you think they'll be back soon?
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Yes, my carpets have pride of placing.
Bueno, ya hace rato que hemos pasado la mitad del juego, ¿eh? Y sigo buscando o sigo teniendo curiosidad por saber dónde está esa segunda mitad que dice la gente que donde el juego decae. Porque que pasemos de partes épicas a partes más tranquilas no quiere decir que el juego decaiga. Simplemente que la parte en la que estamos pasando, o sea, estamos yendo a la zona del otro. No es necesario que estemos... Entonces, no sé si todavía he llegado o no a la parte que en teoría el juego decae, pero yo de momento no he encontrado ese decaimiento que dicen de aparte que en la segunda mitad baja mucho el ritmo, el juego decae mucho, no sé qué, y es como... Ya me dirás tú dónde. Al menos de momento yo no lo he notado.
I'll take it from here.
Oh, ahí están los cristales.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the
O sea, que hay
clarity.
comercio negro. O sea, que sí que los robaban. Bueno, se los quedan, ¿no? Porque estos son militares.
What guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
Hostia, los de Walut.
No more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Los de Walut lo están vendiendo.
What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both.
Bueno, toca partirles la cara. Te ven todas tú.
It's not over yet, Uncle.
Good. I'm just getting warmed up.
Ahí tiene. Se ha sacado ahí lejos. Más enemigos. Hostia, los bobos. A dormir.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly. Buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is.
Pues no, ahí tienes tus cristalitos.
Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive? I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not?
Por fin.
To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Double the...
Abuelete.
Here, wear this.
Insignia obtenida. Vale.
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubo.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Perfecto. Qué mono.
Umia los delan. Tu isakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold.
Bueno, tenemos otro aliado.
Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Perfecto. Podemos retomar el camino hacia el colmillo de dragón. Oh, espera. Las misiones secundarias. Vale, solo aquí, así que las vamos a hacer.
I've never even forged a button. Perhaps Forge Master Luba's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I.
Oh, wait.
Are you Clive? Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luba's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that, or pack my bags.
Vale.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalamil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? Well, there's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
It would make us. Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
Plates and pots! Everything I've worked for. All those years of toil. Every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalimil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
All right.
Pues pillamos
I'll go and take a look.
esta misión también.
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate.
Ayudamos
The
con lo de
smell of
las
sulfur
termas.
will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
Ok, no lo voy a poner como prioridad. Pero bueno, ahora seguiremos.
Hanging lantern! Ah, they've opened the gate!
Lubor was true to his word.
Just look at the detail. The cloth. Look, Father. Hot water. But where are the bearers who hit? You can't even fill my cup.
Tenemos que encontrar otra persona a quien preguntarle de los cuchillos, ¿eh?
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Vale. Bueno, al menos lo de los cuchillos ya está hecho. Y lo otro lo haremos ahora cuando salgamos hacia abajo.
The most fragrant herbs.
The finest fabrics. Fresh from the...
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalimil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalimil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light. Meaning someone is gonna be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to.
Podemos preguntar.
A merchant, a favorite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
Madre mía. No, aquí. Vale, vamos. No hay teleport, ¿no? No. Pues vamos en Chocobo.
Come on. Faster.
Vámonos en Chocobo. Chocobo.
You deserve a rest.
A ver.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle,
Puede ser.
but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me, but...
Limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are. I'll see you shortly. So, do you crush it up, or just throw it in the furnace?
This is no good. I was hoping to get out.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpet.
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Kneaded to a silken softness.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness.
We should get going soon.
Ah, I'm not
Bueno.
too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
to Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Zalmeki and Walud are allies, and as you've seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. My man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Ay, la música.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Cogemos un poquito de caliza. Wow, molesta la vista y todo el blanco este, ¿eh? Vale, con esto supongo que es suficiente. Pero ahora vamos a seguir para la otra misión.
Come on, girl, the gate's open now, we can press it.
What the hell are those things?
Son booms. Eso que me interesa.
By the flames. That explains the heat.
Vámonos.
All yours, Torgo.
Ahí está. Jodido este escenario. Está, los enemigos. Sí, hay boom también de eléctrico. ¡Ojo! Torgal se ha convertido en modo Fenris. Vale.
This one.
Ataca. Vale. Bueno, he tenido que usar una ultra poción. Pero ha sido sencillo.
Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
Un objeto por ahí, un cofre. Cofre por aquí.
This is no good. I was hoping to get out of the heat.
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching, that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for. That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalimil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalimil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use.
Vaya.
And it's heavy, heavier than it should be.
Vaya.
You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalimil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava, know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. But only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalamil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
Bueno, creo que sí, que te hemos ayudado.
That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.
Vale, misión cumplida.
The finest fabric!
The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Made from the stoutest. There he is. Won't you?
Y esto
I was
también.
hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
Eran monstruos.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something new to worry about. But I've burdened you with my worries enough already. Here, a small something by way of thanks. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day might yet be salvaged.
Ok, otra misioncilla cumplida. Vale, ahora sí que nos vamos a avanzar. A no ser que de golpe salga otra misión. Bien. Con esto podemos hacernos ya el equipo que nos hacía falta. El de matadragones o algo así. Nos faltaba hacernos una pieza y nos la podemos hacer. De hecho voy a ir a hacérmela. Me interesa. Hay carta.
Who's this blue blood?
And what can I do for you? Go on then. It'd better all be here.
Clive. So, will it be?
Vale, vamos a ver. Esta ya la tenemos, que es la que llevamos equipada. Y esta es la que podemos hacer ahora. Genial. Más vida y más defensa.
Not bad, if I do say so myself. That it? Fine.
Libro del desierto. Cid II. Ruego que aceptes mis disculpas por haberos puesto a prueba a ti y a tu tío, pero sé que un hombre como tú comprende muy bien la importancia de saber elegir a sus aliados, y más en los tiempos que nos han tocado vivir. Has demostrado ser digno de mi confianza y te aseguro de que eso no cambiará. Espero que este sea el comienzo de una fructífera amistad. Vale. De paso vamos a ir a revisar al Moguri y las recompensas.
Sid's going to find Cooker and finish the job. The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
Todavía no tenemos recompensas, ¿eh? Pero sí que tenemos cositas nuevas aquí. Aquí está. Desierto de Belroy de Almequia. Han llegado varios comunicados de que mercaderes ambulantes han sido atacados por lo que describen como una gran roca negra. Aunque desconocemos a qué especie pertenece la criatura, sí se sabe que cuenta con una fuerza y resistencia extraordinaria. Debemos acabar con ella para que mercaderes y libertadores puedan transitar con seguridad por el desierto. Voy a hacer fotito de rigurosidad. Y nos vamos. Vale, vamos a ver dónde nos marcaba exactamente la misión. Desierto de Belroy. Tiene que estar en algún punto. Bueno, busquémoslo. Voy a guardar primero por eso.
Good girl.
No se sabe qué criatura es, solo que parece como una gran roca. Bueno, pues eso es lo que tenemos que buscar. De paso iremos pillando objetos.
All right.
De momento no veo nada parecido a una roca, o sea, aparte de las rocas del escenario. No sé si estará en algún punto un poco oculto o algo. Esto es por donde entramos. No veo ningún punto raro por aquí. Pensando que no esté... Pero esto es norte. Debería estar por el desierto como tal. Norte... De hecho debería estar por los caminos, ¿no? Porque si han atacado... Si ha atacado a comerciantes y tal, teóricamente estará por los caminos. Yo busco por las zonas tochas y luego si no la encontramos pues nos vamos a buscar el camino. Bueno, eso será, ¿no? Eso tiene pinta.
Be safe.
Ahí está. Fastitocalón. Ok.
Well, Clive. Looks like we're gonna need a bigger sword.
Es resistente, ¿eh?
Awakened winds!
Mierda, mierda, mierda. Quería hacerle parry. Ahí está. ¿Lo he fallado? Ahí está. Maravilloso. Ahí está. Ah, voy a hacer el parry, no hay manera. What? Me lo han parado. No. Vale. Mierda. Cuidado, que viene. ¿Que viene? Vale. Hey, Luis Nike. Juegas bien, buen manejo. A ver, a ver, a ver. Bien, buen manejo y he visto varios marcos en vivo, pero tú tienes nivel. Estoy muy acostumbrado a la saga de Devil May Cry. He jugado mucho a Devil May Cry. Lo tengo muy por la mano. Pero bueno, gracias. Ostras, me ha dado 2 de estos, con lo que cuesta de conseguirlos. Este es bueno, ¿eh? Tengo nivel Metal Gear Rising. Se ve genial. Y se ve nivel. Hostia, el Metal Gear Rising me lo pasé. Pasa es que nunca llegué a tener muy buen nivel. En el Metal Gear Rising me lo pasé en plan en dificultades normales y tal. No llegué a meterle horas. Pero me gustó mucho ese juego. Gracias, gracias. Vale. Pues otra escoria fuera. Pobrecito, con lo mona que es. Ahí tiene los ojillos chiquitillos ahí delante. Y cómo mola la espalda, tío. Buah, es que están guapísimos los monstruos. Vale, pues otra escoria fuera. Y creo que de momento con esto ya tenemos todo hecho. Ya podemos avanzar. Vámonos.
This is no good. I was hoping to get out of the heat for a little while.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
A ver, que me ubique. Por ahí. Pues de Devil May Cry me he pasado toda la saga. Y de hecho, del 1 tengo el platino. Y pretendo conseguir más trofeos de los otros de la saga. Quizá me saco el platino de alguno más. Lo que pasa es que sí que para sacar el 100% lo veo complicado, ¿eh? Pero del 1, por ejemplo, sí que tengo el 100%. Luego del resto de la saga, no sé. El 2 creo que me faltaba poco para tener el 100%. El 5 me gustó muchísimo. Seguro que intento como mínimo sacarle un buen número de porcentaje. Pero bueno, a mí cuando me gusta un juego lo disfruto y lo juego a saco. Bueno, vámonos. Ya podemos avanzar. ¿Y por ahí qué hay? Está bloqueado. Que he estado pensando. Tengo la plataforma morada abandonadísima. Tengo pasado el Final Fantasy VII y quiero conseguir el platino. Y como me lo volveré a pasar en la 5 antes de que salga la segunda parte, lo que puedo hacer es jugar al 7 en la versión de la 4 para sacarme el 100% y luego cuando juegue la versión de la 5 volverme a sacar el 100%. Y entonces sería jugar en la plataforma morada. Sería jugar al 7 para completarlo. Oh, qué guapo, tío. Está guapísima la montaña. Son buenos los he jugado.
Along with goodness knows how many guards,
Los de
all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him.
DMC es muy buena saga. El 5 es increíble, tío. En cuanto a gameplay es lo mejor que he jugado yo en mi vida, tío. Remake puedes conservar tu por eso.
Allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor.
Vaya.
I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother,
Normal.
I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms.
Exacto.
I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps,
Por eso el de la 4 lo quiero completar, pero el de la 5 quiero también volver a pasar todo y tal antes de que salga el segundo. Ya habrá tiempo.
Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my course
Bueno,
is just.
Esto tiene sentido porque hemos visto que cada una de las regiones trata a los marcados de una forma diferente. Es lógico que nos toque manejar a los, entre comillas, buenos, que son los que intentan que vivan normal.
Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet.
O Metal Gear 5, ojalá, tengo que trabajar, salud. Que vaya muy bien el trabajo, tío. Pues los dos juegos que has dicho están en mi lista de juegos que tengo que jugar en directo, o sea que si no los juego aquí, será en la plataforma morada, que por ahí abajo tienes enlaces y demás. O al menos mi nick para buscarme es el mismo. Pero sí, esos dos juegos los tengo pendientes de jugar. Juego mucha variedad yo. Pero bueno, tío, que vaya bien el trabajo y gracias por pasarte. Vale. Esto mola porque estos momentos nos dan oportunidad de teleportarnos a otro lado y hacer cosas. En plan, ahora puedo ir a la base y hacer cositas. Pero yo lo que quiero es follón. Cristal madre ubicado en el interior de una montaña. Uf. Esto pinta bien, ¿eh? ¿Dónde se ha quedado Jill? Jill se había quedado jodida en la enfermería y de ahí no se ha movido, ¿no? Fua, qué guapo. Hostia, manos de hierro. Fua.
Fuck! Why do they still hurt? What has that gutter rat done to me? Out of my sight, witch!
Vale, fue este el que se lo llevó.
I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
Bueno, por diseño me mola,
Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Harvard, se llama. Me mola este personaje.
You see, Hugo, you are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A Mother Crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo? Clive Rossfield stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon.
¿Verdad? Benedicta lo hizo.
Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
Debido al éter.
She did. Benedicta. Benedict. I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the light.
Buah, ¿qué va a hacer? Se va a meter en el corazón del cristal. Va a intentar pillar el poder directo del cristal. Pero Benedicta lo activó en medio del bosque, o sea...
Very well, it shall be so.
¿Cómo lo sabe este? ¿Esto es un portador también? ¿O qué?
Leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
Vale, este es seguidor de Artema, ¿no? Vale, vale, vale. Este está del bando de Artema. Colmillo de dragón. Se viene el segundo asalto, ¿eh? Ahora que me has recordado Metal Gear 5, tío. La verdad es que... le tengo ganas. What? Hostia, se los han cargado a todos. ¿Qué es eso? LOL. Se lo están comiendo. What?
Orcs.
Orcos.
Did the royalists bring them from Ash?
Las entrañas de lo desconocido. Ok. Vamos para allá.
Part of the Waluda army now. How the hell did that happen?
A ratas, tío. Cada zona tiene su música, loquísimo esto. Vale. Bueno, este no ha sido complicado.
Taken over the entire mine.
No hay mapa, Por cierto, tendríamos que empezar a subir las habilidades de Ifrit, ¿no? Porque estoy subiendo las demás. Pues las de Ifrit las estoy dejando medio abandonadas. Y esta, por ejemplo, la tendría que subir, mejorar. Detalles, incrementa el número de golpes. Vale. No. He entrado por accidente. A ver si de paso hay otro camino o algo. No. No, vámonos. ¿He guardado? Vámonos. Venga, va, atacadme. Perrito.
So much for the men of the rock.
Sencillo.
Dalmekia's finest.
Sencillito todo. Mierda, me he equivocado de icon. Vale. Iba bien en el combo, pero ha habido un momento que me he confundido de icon y no he hecho el golpe que pensaba. Vale. Una poción. Vamos por aquí.
Animals. You should never have left Ash.
Vale. Fuera. Está bien, ¿no? No hay enemigos. No veo cofres. Por ahí. Merced del rayo. Bien. No descarto ir usando habilidades de la MUE también. Cuando pueda tener más de... Es decir, ahora puedo tener 3 Icon. Pero cuando domine las habilidades de los Icon, podré equipar algunas habilidades aunque tenga otro Icon equipado. Eso quiere decir que podremos hacer builds más variadas. Podemos usar una habilidad de la MU combinada con una habilidad de, yo que sé, ¿sabes?
Stairs. This must be the way out.
Aunque no llevemos a la MU. Y eso me interesa. Bien. Ojo. Vaya. Hostia, es Bodel.
I won't be sneaking past this one. How did it get in here?
Buenísima. Vale. Ya lo he fallado. Ahí está. Vale. Buen esquive. Tremendo combate, ¿eh? Tremendísimo combate el que acabo de hacer. Dormidito, sí me gusta. No tenemos un mapa, o sea que no sé si tengo que tirar para adelante, para atrás. Me preocupa más no saber si me salta algún camino secundario, pero bueno, no creo que sea grave. Esta es la puerta, pero esa es para volver, ¿no? O sea, yo debería de ir hacia aquí. Vamos. Ya estamos aquí.
Kupka never did do things by halves. As if taking the mother crystal to his own wasn't enough. He had to build his castle in it.
Un palacio dentro de él. Es que es verdad, ¿eh? Pero realmente Kupka, si os digo la verdad, no me ha caído mal del todo, ¿eh? No me está cayendo mal. No me parece malo. Me parece que es un tío de negocios. Y quitando eso, nosotros hemos matado a su amada y él lo que viene es a por venganza. O sea, está destruyendo el mundo porque hemos matado a su amada. No porque nos odie, ni por racismo, ni por nada por el estilo. Al revés. En su país, por lo que veo, no hay racismo. O no parece que lo haya.
Let the trial begin.
Que empiece la prueba. Uy.
What the hell?
What?
With me, Topo.
Parece que quería pillarte. Au. Mierda. En vez de cargarlo. Bien. Mierda. Vale. Buen esquive. Buenísima. Vamos, vamos, vamos. Torga, la ataca. Esperamos un poquito. ¿Que viene? Vámonos. Au, vale. A este combate está siendo sospechosamente sencillo y eso me preocupa un poco. No sé si esto es una tomadura de pelo para que me piense que este es el jefe y no lo es. Tiene toda la pinta, ¿eh? Wow. Estás muertísimo ya. Kirieleison. Vale, ¿esto qué es? Incrementa tormenta eléctrica. El daño, Esto interesaría que me bajase el cooldown. Vale.
Seems we're expected.
So this is the power of Muthos.
Vale, antes de seguir, un save, nunca viene mal.
Did the orcs do this too?
¿Dónde lo han hecho los orcos? Quizá no, ¿no? Los cofres siempre dan materiales, ¿no? Solo ha habido una vez o quizá dos que han dado un arma. Guapa la música, tío. Ok. Seda férrea. Vale.
What the hell is going on?
Bien.
Are these things here for me? Or for him?
Por mí o por Kupka. Es que es verdad, es que ¿qué hacen estas criaturas aquí? Es Kupka el que está en el corazón. $2000 guiles. Venga, 2000 pesetas. Vale, para adentro. Ojo. Habilidades de apoyo del enemigo. Bravura. Cuando un enemigo usa esta habilidad, el ataque de sus compañeros aumenta sobre ellos. Aparece el icono. Derrota antes de que siga fortaleciendo a sus compañeros. Ya, voy a por él. Cataplum. Vale, ha estado... Este es el trono, ¿no? Del Kupka. ¿No le puedo pegar un puñetazo como hizo él? Bueno, yo no tengo brazos que miden más que... Son más gruesos que paredes.
Is this your doing, Ultima?
Todo obra de tema, pues tiene toda la pinta, porque las criaturas que aparecen... Un leech. Intentando hacer el parry y no hay manera. El de atrás me lo cargo de rebote. No. Ah, no he llegado. Hecho. Son durillos estos, ¿eh? ¿Por aquí por donde venía? Vale, no.
You've been busy, Kupka. But where did you go?
Todavía no hemos visto que Clive use los Eikon quitando el de Ifrit. No hemos visto que use ninguno narrativamente.
Come on, Toggle.
Es decir, ha obtenido Garuda, ha obtenido Titán, Lamu, pero no hemos visto en ningún momento que haya usado las habilidades de ninguno de ellos en ninguna cinemática, en ningún punto de la historia. De hecho, él habla como que no puede controlar el poder de Ifrit, pese a que nosotros sí que usamos habilidades de Ifrit. Estoy comprobando si me había dejado algo, ¿eh? Pero narrativamente, o sea, canónicamente en las cinemáticas, en la historia como tal, no hemos visto que las utilice realmente. Solo en los combates que podemos jugar. Eso es puramente gameplay. Venga. Buah, qué guapo está esto.
Just what I needed.
En esta zona sí que me vendría bien el ataque en área de Titán.
That better be the last of them.
Algo me dice que al cruzar esta puerta empieza la fiesta, ¿no? Se puede equipar a cualquier icon. Si el escudo bloquea el ataque mágico de un enemigo, lanza el doble de ondas y el tiempo de recarga se reduce un tercio. O sea que si lo usamos como parry es mejor. Vale, es que he visto que antes ha hecho un efecto diferente. Vale, y ahora, y esta, no, esta creo que es... Vale, es útil ejecutar una habilidad cuyo patrón y potencia de ataque cambia con la altura. Vale. Quizá es esta. Si al retroceder se esquiva un ataque en un momento preciso, contraataca con más zarpazos y el tiempo de recarga de zarpazos se reduce. Vale, este también tiene como un parry. Vale. Incrementa el número de zarpazos. Vale. Es que esta puede interesar para esquives. Es una habilidad que me puede interesar para como juego yo, más que esta, que es simplemente pegar y pegar y pegar. Pero bueno, no le hemos echado mucha cuenta. Vale, gente, dadme 5 minutillos. Bueno, 5 minutillos, quizá no. Dadme unos minutos, que voy un momento abajo. Y ahora ya vamos, nos metemos de lleno en el fregado. Enseguida vengo. Vale, ya estoy aquí. Está Torgal enfadado. Vamos allá. Ahí está.
Benedicta, my everything. I've missed you so much.
What?
Coca!
¿Qué?
I swear to you, my love.
¿Qué hace ella ahí? Pues está flipando, ¿no? Él.
What's wrong with him?
Vale, se está teniendo visiones. Benedicta ahí en bolas. Ifrit.
You got away from her. Benedicta.
¿Qué?
I'll kill you, Roswell!
Demasiado tarde. Bueno, en realidad es buena señal. Cada vez que ha pasado esto, ha salido Ifrit. Dios. Venga, va, tú puedes. Por fin lo dice. Ojo. Ese no es Joshua, ¿eh? What? Madre mía. Madre mía. Ah, sin brazos. Sin manos, de hecho. Oh, ya las tiene. Guau, qué pasada, tío. Vámonos. Está. Au. Libre. Guau, qué bestia, tío. Ojo. aire, chaval. Madre mía, los buenos esquives. Vale, vulnerable. Ahí está. Vale. Segunda fase.
Nice trick.
Ojo.
But if you can do it, then so could I.
Habilidad especial, explosión titánica. Guau, qué bestia, tío, qué guapo. Mejor diseño de titán ever. Dios. Explosión titánica. Cleva aprendió la habilidad explosión titánica de titán. Libera una poderosa explosión con R2 cuadrado al mantener pulsado el botón. La potencia del ataque y el alcance del ataque aumenta. Para cancelar la habilidad en algún momento. Vale. Mientras acumula energía, Ifrit es invulnerable a los ataques enemigos. Sin embargo, desatará la explosión en cuanto reciba uno de ellos. Vale, o sea, mientras acumulamos energía, Ifrit es invulnerable. Pero nos para la carga. Digamos que hace que contraataquemos. Au. Vámonos. ¡Buah, chaval! Me ha dado, pero como si no, ¿sabes? Cuidado. Upa. Bimba. Vale, ya lo tenemos. ¡Ojo! ¡Vamos! ¡Buah, tío! ¡Qué combate! eso. Su cristal, que todavía le está dando poder. Sí. ¿What? ¿Se lo come? A lo Attack on Titan total. Wow. Vale. Ha intentado comerse el poder del cristal. ¡Ulo! ¿Qué? ¿Qué me estás, container? O sea, ¿qué coño? ¿Qué dices? What? ¿Qué dices, tío? Qué guapo está esto. ¿Y esta música? Musicote, ¿no? Vamos disparando. Vámonos. Venga. Maldita hostia. Esta música es muy Devil May Cry, ya os lo digo. Oh. ¿Cojones? ¡Ojo, ojo, 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 ojo! ¿Se viene? Vámonos. Ah, mierda. Madre mía, complicado. ¡Ay! ¿Que se rompe? No pasa nada, saltamos. La leche, tío. ¿Y ahora? Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. ¡Hostia! ¡No! Fallé. Pensaba que era... o sea, estaba viendo el puño y digo pegar. Y le he dado cuadrado. ¡Ojo! ¿Qué dices, tío? Esto es una locura. Vamos. Buenísima. 631.000. Lo va a enterar. ¿Qué cojones? Ojo, que viene, que viene, que viene. Vale, vale, vale. Lo tenemos. Guau, tío, qué guapo es esto. Au. Upa. Ojo que el cabrón está aguantando, parece que no. Vale, y esto como el coño de oscuro. Vale, es vulnerable. Ay, sí tengo lo de la explosión, es verdad. No me acordaba. No la estoy usando y la tengo ahí. Vale, ahí sí que le he dado R1. ¿Qué dices, tío? Qué locura es esta. Pero esto que es Devil May Cry directamente, ¿no? La música y todo. ¿Se viene? Venga, buenísima. Esta música es de Devil May Cry, no me jodas. Tiene un cristalito ahí dentro, pero que no estás con Painers, tío. He pasado 3 pueblísimos con este juego. No sé si llego. No le llego. Vale, buenísima, vulnerable. Tremendo. Ojo. Ok. Madre de Dios. Au. Ah. Y te la comes. No tengo mucha vida, en realidad. Está a punto de... la puedo curar un poco. Bien. Au, esta me la he tragado. Que viene, que viene, que viene. viene? Te pillé. Vale, lo tenemos. Ahora mismo no le quito nada. Vale. Ojo. Venga, venga. Ahí está. Se rompió. Placa. Qué bestia. Vamos, llamas del infierno. Ah, toma por saco, brazo. Viene. Pero estamos locos, tío, o sea... Estamos loquísimos, ¿no? Con las cosas que hace este juego. ¿Cómo? ¿Qué viene? Ahí está. Uy. Madre mía. Estamos cayendo, ¿no? Prepárate, loco. Estamos viviendo esto de verdad, o sea, es una locura esto, Venga. Ya llegó la hora. ¡Vamos! ¡Bum! ¡Se acabó! 2.700.000. Que esto sigue. Madre mía. Cacho pelea, tío. Ah, la esquiva. ¿Tienes? Venga, vulnerable. La música, tío. Ojo. What? Que viene. Madre mía. pillada. Buen bloqueo. Creo que viene. Buah, tío. O sea, me había dado tiempo, tío. Ah, no le he dado. Lo he tirado súper mal ahí, No lo veo. Siempre me trago esta, Vulnerable. Vale. Ojo. Esquivo. Puñetazo en la boca. ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos! ¡No! ¡Au! Esto genera costra. ¿Qué? ¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué? Ah, está pillando lo del cristal. Lo mismo que ha hecho él. Esto es una locura, tío. ¿Qué? What? No. ¡Qué bueno! ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos! Dios, qué locura. Madre de Dios. Esto es una animalada. Oh, ¿qué va? LOL. ¿Qué dices, tío? ¡Qué locura de combate! Pero qué animalada de combate. Ira de la tierra. Para invocar un icon, usar sus habilidades o conjurar su magia, el dominante debe canalizar gran parte de éter contenido en su interior. En el caso de Hugo Kupka, las estructuras cristalinas que recubren su cuerpo actúan como depósitos de éter que emplea para ejecutar sus habilidades. Y mantener su forma titánica. Sin embargo, estos apéndices pueden desprenderse si resulta herido en combate. ¿Vale? Y esos apéndices se llaman ira de la tierra, ¿no? O sea, ¿estamos ante el combate más épico que he jugado en mi puñetera vida o...? Tendría que revisar los de Asura's Wrath, Ojo. Espada de fuego. Wow. Wow. Oh, Kuka. Se ha desgastado por completo. Lo ha dado todo, Kuka. cojones? ¿Qué está pasando? ¡Hostia! ¿Qué? ¿Qué está pasando? El prota va a acabar reventadísimo, tío. A ver, ¿quién eres tú? Artema, ¿no?
Is that you, Artema? What do you want?
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished. With every sip you take, you grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mi teoría es...
You will accept us,
no aceptarás, mito, es inevitable.
It is inevitable.
Ahora os explicaré mi
You were
teoría.
created for this purpose, and you shall serve it.
Never!
Jamás. Es que entiendo que Artema no tiene cuerpo físico y lo que está buscando es un recipiente. Y lo que está haciendo es que el prota sea un recipiente lo más poderoso posible. Eso es lo que creo. O es lo que estoy entendiendo yo.
We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter. The time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
Me flipa que hable con esa tranquilidad. Me flipa esta criatura o este monstruo o lo que sea. La pluma de Fénix. Sí, ahí.
Thank you, Joshua.
Ya no queda nada de Kupka. Ojo. Se vienen
One
cosas,
can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood than one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was full of rocks after all.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty.
But Mythos is stronger.
Vaya, por fin sale. Este es el de Odín.
For 5 years that man lived only for revenge. Clinging fast to a fiction, even as it swept him into the abyss. One cannot change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
Hugo Kupka, the man who gave his life for a woman's head. A fool like all the rest.
Ojo.
That the death of a mother crystal should be so beautiful.
Tremendo. Cuartel general de los caballeros dragontinos.
Some medicine, my lord?
Es la misma niña, ¿no?
I have salves, potions, anything you need.
Stop
bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
Pobrecita.
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons.
Este es
I beg
Dion.
you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmex suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope.
Anda.
Forgive me, Terence. Would that you were my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
Dion, que no se enteren de esto, más que nada para que no lo utilicen a él para hacerte daño.
Should the Council's brazen maneuvering prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault, our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
Sí, en realidad tienes razón. Todavía queda
That I
Odín,
could
¿eh?
avoid doing battle at all.
La flor,
Thousand
tío, la
pardons, Your
flor
Highness.
de rollo Drakengard.
What is it?
Olivier has been made emperor.
What?
What is the meaning of this? My father's orders. What were they? Quickly!
Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and...
Ah!
Olivier es el de Odín, me parece, ¿no? No. Ah, no, Olivier es nuestro hermanastro. Es el hijo de la madre de Clive.
Terence. Yes, my prince.
El niño ese.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
What the fuck?
What is it now?
What? Oh!
Forgive the intrusion,
Joshua.
Your Highness.
I know you.
At ease.
We stand in the presence of the Phoenix.
Tal cual.
You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all.
Oh, me mola Joshua, tío, me encanta.
Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
Oh. Vale. Un segundo, antes de seguir. ¡Guau! Me ha encantado esta parte, ¿eh? Y esto de Dion me ha molado un montón. Antes de seguir, dejadme que guarde el clip de la pelea completa. A ver, llevo 37. Vale, sí. Uf. Bueno, ya no hay cristal aquí. ¡Fua! ¡Qué guapo ha estado esto! Está chulísimo toda esta parte. Nuevas ilusiones. Vale.
I'd better give Otto the good news.
Walkways need patching up.
Qué pasada esta parte, ¿eh? Todo lo que acabamos de jugar es increíble, tío. Vale, no quiero avanzar mucho más. De hecho, me gusta lo que hemos hecho hoy de historia. Me ha gustado. No es mucho, pero me gusta donde nos hemos quedado. Sí que quiero hacer misiones secundarias. Prefiero que si hay misiones secundarias hagamos eso. Y de ahí ya tiremos. O sea, de ahí ya terminemos por hoy, ¿vale? Pero veo que hay escorias nuevas. Así que vamos a echarles un ojo.
We're seeing troops amassing at every port.
Vamos a ver. ¡Buah! Hay un montón. Vale. Pues muy probablemente a partir de aquí nos pondremos a hacer escorias, ¿vale? Vamos a ver. Dejadme que eche unas fotitos para tener las ubicaciones. Seguramente hay un menú donde puedo revisarlas. Vale, esta será chunga, ¿no? Y esto también. Bueno, vamos a hablar y cuando ya nos digan en plan a partir de aquí, pues ya es en plan ya es avanzar a la siguiente misión. Pues ahí paramos. Porque ahí es donde se activarán misiones secundarias y demás. Clive, has vuelto. Sí.
And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more.
Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto. Any word on the Royalist movement since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Thank you. I will.
Habla con Vivian. Todavía no se activan las secundarias, ¿no?
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Walooders.
The very same.
Está bastante claro.
But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Walooders must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map?
A ver, Nami, cuéntanos. Nos quedan dos, ¿eh?
The kingdom of Walood claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in 865. The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Walood shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Walood? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Walooder standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot?
Curioso.
In summary, I know not to what end the Royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw. Especially for those who lived with Sid the longest. Tell them that those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Perfecto. Vale,
And
ahora...
how may I assist you today?
Vamos a preguntarle sobre Hugo Kupka. Kupka y el Colmillo eran los cimientos de la República. Con la desaparición de ambos, ahora está sumida en el caos. ¿Qué hay del Consejo? ¿Crees que ha asumido la responsabilidad para poner orden en su nación en decadencia? En absoluto. Sus integrantes solo les preocupan sus propios intereses, no su pueblo. Solo un hombre puede salvar a Dalmequia del desastre, el ex mariscal Eugene Havel. Además sería capaz de tomar las riendas. Sin embargo, ¿cuánto tiempo podrá mantenerse irreductible frente a la ira y avaricia de aquellos que los rodean?
Allow me to educate you. The state of the realm is ever changing, Clive.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look. Seen enough?
Bueno, vamos a hablar con algunos compañeros.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though.
Vale, tiene cositas nuevas, ¿no? Por lo que veo. Por fin se acabó, ya no tenemos que vivir conmigo nunca más. Gracias, Clive. Sé que no lo digo mucho, pero esta vez es de corazón. Ah, y buena suerte con la que se te viene encima. Ahora que el mascapiedras ese ha muerto, ya no tenemos nada que temer. Todos en la guarida podrán volver a vivir como antes, más despreocupados y buscando a alguien que les solucione los problemas. Y como capitán del barco, ya sabes quién le va a tocar cargar con el muerto. Es decir, misiones secundarias. Muchas. Artífice. Los astutos mercaderes del verbo fácil proclaman que la magia arcana que imbuye este acero otorga al que lo esgrime mayor fuerza y destreza en sus tajos. En realidad es su hoja estrecha y ligera, de acero plegado, la responsable de tal ilusión. Está guapa. Ya la veremos bien.
Finished, are you?
Qué guay, rollo sable.
Blackthorn.
Blackthorn.
Do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then. A new beginning under a new Sid.
I'll try to live up to the name.
Clive. So, will it be?
Oh, y la puedo mejorar ya. Mira de la tierra. Vale, sí, ya me lo dan de manera que tenga para... A ver, artífice mejorada.
Yeah, that should do ya.
Perfecto. Artífice superior. Hostia, que la puedo mejorar al tope. pues la mejoro.
You can thank me later.
And?
Ok. Vamos a hablar con Apócrates. Apócrates. Sí. Está guapa esta espada.
Clive, have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Están todos emocionados con que haya palmado.
He is the big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
A mí, a ver, no me cae mal del todo el Kupka, ¿eh? A ver, entiendo que atacó aquí la base y tal. Es lo peor que hizo, por decirlo así, pero igualmente lo hizo por haber matado a nosotros a Benedicta. Realmente no tengo... No hay motivos para odiarle sin entenderle.
After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
Dicha criatura no existe.
But I saw him with my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some
bueno, Joshua sí que lo vio.
beyond the ken of mortal man.
Joshua sí que lo vio. La que no lo vio es Jill, pero porque estaba inconsciente.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
Ojo la rascadilla que ha tenido ahí, La primera rascadilla que le noto al juego. Que quizá ha habido alguna, pero ni me he enterado.
I'm telling you, it's true.
No suelo fijar.
I heard it from Otto's own lips.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
Ok. Realmente no hay nada que hacer. Estoy esperando en secundarias, pero como no me vaya de cacería.
I'd never have guessed. No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tong down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Nuevas misiones disponibles en la lista de Gaute. Vale, ahora sí. Ahora sí que ya tenemos cositas disponibles. Vale. Pues ahora sí que sí. En este punto nos vamos a quedar. O sea, el directo sigue, pero nos vamos a poner a hacer secundarias un ratito, ¿vale?
Clive. Here you go.
Por aquí hay una. 2 misioncillas más las cacerías.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? It was
A ver qué dice. Tuve mucha suerte de salir vivo aquella noche. Hubo tantos otros que no pudieron escapar. A veces sueño con ellos. Les pido perdón por no haber podido salvarlos. Pero ahora podré decirles que Kupka ha muerto. Que tú los has vengado. Y ya sé lo que me contestarán. Así que déjame decírtelo de su parte y de la mía. Gracias, Clive.
Here you go.
Vale, pues vámonos primero a Sunbreak. Vamos a hacer por separado las misiones, ¿vale? Ya que estamos, voy a mirar si por aquí hay alguna de las misiones que tenemos que hacer. Ojo, hay una que estaba en interrogantes, ¿eh? Todos los libertadores debido al reciente descubrimiento de un gigante empirio en las ruinas de Rosaria. Vale, en Rosaria. Queda interrumpida todas las labores de investigación en ella. Se prohíbe la entrada a la aldea que las precede para evitar su posible activación ante la presencia humana. Toda nueva actividad deberá ser autorizada previamente por Cid. Creo que esto es en... A ver, ¿estamos en Rosaria? No. Mapamundi... Rosaria es aquí. Es en aquí, en Spol. Diría que las ruinas esas están por aquí. O por aquí o por aquí. Pero es aquí. Es en este punto que tenemos que ir. Esa es la de rango S, ¿eh? Si la hacemos será la última que hagamos. A ver. Dalmequia. De momento hay 2 en Dalmequia. Y 3 en Dalmequia. Vale, 3 en Dalmequia y 1 en Rosaria. O sea que aquí solo tenemos la misión. Vamos.
Good day to you.
Bien, tirando. Por cierto, ¿tenemos para gastar en las habilidades o qué? Vale. Esta la voy a mejorar. Quiero usarla esta. De hecho, la voy a cambiar. Paso de vasor. Aquí. ¿Y este que tiene de nuevo? ¿Qué hay de nuevo, viejo? Tin, tirin. Tin, tirin. Incrementa la cantidad de puntos de habilidad obtenidos tras los combates contra enemigos comunes un 20%. Accesorio.
Yes.
Y tanto. Bueno, ahora miraré dónde me lo pongo. La monta de...
You're always welcome here in Lostwing.
Equipo... Aquí. Ah, esto lo perderé ahora, ¿no? Guiles obtenidos, punto de experiencia. Vale, pues ganaremos menos guiles. Prefiero ganar menos guiles. Pero el del esquive me gusta mucho. Es un bufo muy bueno.
Hello, Sid.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite as always.
Venga.
I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village.
Misteriosa.
Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Of course.
Excellent.
Vamos a hacer directamente, porque la
You might
otra
begin by speaking with the good citizens of
está en
Lostwing.
una zona
Listen
que
to their
tenemos que hacer
tales
cacerías y todo.
and
O sea
make
que...
what you will of them.
All right. I will.
Vale, hay varios sitios a los que investigar. Empezamos por ahí.
Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I'd better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them has seen anything either.
All right. Thanks anyway.
¿Qué haces, Torga?
It's all but spent.
Vale. Vamos primero a este.
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Oh.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it, screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me, and I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you.
Vale. Ah, ya no hay que ir al otro.
Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate?
Ojo.
You there.
Nosotros.
Fuck!
Hostia.
He's seen us. Get them before they escape.
Qué tontos.
Black Shields. Here. What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
Ahí está. Ya va, ataca. A dormir. Ya voy, Torgal. Perfecto.
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lostwing? I need... Quentin.
Vale, podemos volver con el teleport.
Good day to you.
The crystals we get from the tailor.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds. Though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lostwing?
I suppose it is better that you know
Vamos
the
a ver.
truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did, in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport.
Vaya.
I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral.
No.
He had my entire family slaughtered, and he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him, and slit their throats myself.
Hostia.
But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lostwing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades. And our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first. My friends and comrades, it begins.
What?
Make ready for war.
¿Qué dices? ¿Y aquí se acaba esta misión? ¿Se queda así a media? No, quiero seguirla.
I'm not going to change his mind.
Vale. Creo que voy a esperar los 2000 para esto. Hostia, está guapo esto, ¿eh? Buena revelación.
That his lordship's vultures should be found circling the village can mean only one thing. That he means to strike at us before we can strike at him. There is no time to lose. The final stage of our plan must be put into motion.
Mola, mola. Bueno. Aquí ya no hay nada más que hacer, ¿no? Que ahora tengo ganas de seguir esta trama. A ver, aquí hay una tiendecita que pone...
Welcome, welcome. I'll be here if you need me.
How the hell is anyone supposed to afford that?
Qué guapo está este pueblecito, tío. Bonita imagen sin el cristal. No se derrumba la mierda esa. Todos los imbéciles dentro. ¿Y eso? Eso parece otro cristal, ¿eh? A ver, hostia, el cronolito este. A ver si ahora funciona. No hemos probado de acercarnos después de romper el cristal. Vamos a echarle un vistazo. Es un juego de mundo abierto. ¿Quién quiere que sea un juego de mundo abierto? ¿Qué Final Fantasy no es el Zelda? El Final Fantasy no tiene que ser el Zelda. Hola, bonitos monstruos.
This won't be easy. You deserve a rest.
No. Qué raro. No sé. No sé qué se podrá hacer con eso. Vale, vámonos a hacer las siguientes misiones. Y en esta zona tenemos escorias, ¿eh?
Take a sniff, good sir. No drugs. Gone, just like that. And without some...
No hemos leído esto. Dominante de Titán. Clive le rebana ambas manos durante el combate del castillo de Rosalit, pero enigmático aliado Sleipnir Harvard lo salva de una muerte segura y lo conduce a Dalmequia. Tras adentrarse en el corazón del colmillo del dragón para beber su éter y así obtener la fuerza suficiente para derrotar a Clive de una vez por todas, ambos invocan el Suseikon y se enzarzan en una cruenta batalla. Pese al inmenso poder recién adquirido, Hugo cae derrotado. El cristal madre acaba destruido.
No. What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned.
Vaya.
I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
Pues parte de la montaña queda todavía en pie. No se ha eliminado del todo. Es el único que ha quedado algo de donde estaba el cristal. Bueno, el otro quedó lo que es el edificio ese. Pero... Vale, algo me dice que ese que está ahí en medio es una de las misiones. Sí. Una escoria este. 9 de espadas. La A. Una A.
My blade yet hungers. So do I. Come. Let us feast on your flesh.
Levanta.
Your feasting days are over.
Madre mía. Cuesta darle, ¿eh? Buah, me ha reventado ahí. No he tenido opción ahí, ¿eh? Bien, bien. Me gusta. Combate complicado. Me gusta, me gusta. Cuando se complica un combate me mola. Madre mía. No sé qué ha hecho ahí. What? Que no puedo esquivarle nada. ¿Qué cojones? Complicado este. Venga, va, otro intento.
It's us or them.
Vale. Hay que jugar un poco safe con este.
I'm hurt, Torgal. Too slow.
Vale. La torga la ataca. ¿No le podía hacer el contraataque, en serio? Me ha vaciado de una, tío. Me ha vaciado de una. A ver, rango A. Lo mismo estoy viniendo muy flojo para este combate, pero se puede. Solo necesitamos habilidad y paciencia. Madre mía. Pero... no me quiero enfadar. Me lo como. Estoy esquivando, tío. Esto mal. ¡Ojo! Nah, lo he hecho mal. ¡Au! Si hago el combate perfecto, me lo cargo. No es imposible. Estoy esquivando, loco. Se va a levantar, ¿no? ¿Qué? ¿En serio? ¡Ah! ¡Cómo me la ha esquivado el cabrón! Guau. Vamos. No, que te he esquivado bien. Muere. Joder, ha costado, Ha costado lo suyo. Bueno, subimos de nivel. Ha merecido la pena. De hecho, me ha dado un mogollón de experiencia.
Those who kill for sport deserve no better.
Quien a hierro mata, a hierro muere. Bueno. Intenta aprender del panadero. Joder, buen sitio estabas tú.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? Certainly not a baker. Master must rue the day he took me in. Time was the sight of the fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you missed the mother crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin. But I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. Oh, I loved her, damn it. But now she's gone. She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
¿Qué le aconseja? Tengo un problema y es que me están molestando, llamándome por teléfono otra vez, para volver a decirles que no a la gente que les he dicho 27 veces ya que no. ¿Vale? Entonces no me he enterado lo que han dicho. Pero bueno. ¿Qué le aconseja aprender del panadero? Desahógate.
Perhaps you could express yourself in your work. If you miss the Fang, maybe you could recapture it somehow.
Recapture it? I'm a baker, not a... You know, you might just be right. What a fool I've been! I have to get back to the bakery right away. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. You've opened my eyes.
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
Vale. ¿Estos quién son? Bueno, viene aquí la gente a ver. Si hicieran un Final Fantasy XVI 2, aquí esto sería una zona turística para ver la montaña ya sin el cristal, ¿no? Voy a acabar esta misión secundaria y quizá lo voy a ir dejando porque ya me han puesto de mala hostia otra vez. Es jodido que te estén acosando.
Ah, there you are. The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steeple peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater? Why, no Fang at all.
Han hecho un pan con forma de la montaña.
Inside, she's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the Fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something. Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks.
Vale.
Now, Dusan, I know you're keen, but do you have to use the good salt? Leave some for the rest of us.
Well, yes, they're quite sought after.
Oh, where did all the men of the rock go? Probably ran out of gil.
My carpets have...
Ahora mismo me he quedado bloqueado mentalmente. No paran de llamarme, no paran de mandarme mensajes. En fin, me he quedado bloqueado mentalmente. Gente, creo que lo voy a dejar por aquí. Porque la gente no entiende lo que quiere decir la palabra no. Y tienen que molestar continuamente. En fin, lo siento, quería jugar un rato más, pero lo voy a dejar por aquí. Bueno, gente, espero que lo hayáis pasado bien, que os hayáis divertido. Mañana seguimos y nada, nos vemos. Chao.